You could show me anything? Jack could scarcely believe what this figure in front of her, this all, was presenting her. She couldn't believe it. That's just too, anything, really? Jack's wonder switched back to skepticism as she thought of 3 items with which she could challenge this supposed everything. I'd like to see some singing coins. As soon as she had finished her sentence, a pile of coins had appeared at Jack's feet, all singing in perfect harmony. Well, I suppose that one's a bit common. How about, an egg made of pure gold? Gold was a rare element of the past that Jack had only heard of, and now she was seeing it in the shape of an egg in front of her.
Well, and here I thought the great Jack would have a challenge for me.
All laughed, and Jack, in the middle of saying her 3rd item, lost her train of thought. Because she was going to ask about, if she couldn't remember, it didn't matter. Besides, you know me?
My dear, I am all.
Okay, well, you can't just say that like it means something, okay? Sure, you made the coins, and you made the egg, and very interesting looking, but yeah, you know me, and I'm here, and I'm not you. All winked, the sound of his blinking eyelid sending shockwaves across the room.
Ho-ho! Aren't I? From your perspective, perhaps so. In your world, after all, there is only the organic.
And with a whisk of his hand, all made a perfect image of Jack walk in front of him.
And the mechanic.
Following behind her, a crude robot fashioned in her image.
But each leaves behind traces. Some messages spoken.
Words appeared in front of organic Jack.
And some unspoken.
Electronic waves emerged from Robot Jack.
And while to you these may seem ethereal or theoretical,
all twirled his fingers around, taking the messages and forming them into a nice little book, which he dropped in Jack's hands.
They are real, nonetheless.
This is the point where Jack's skepticism broke. She could be hallucinating. She could be being played. Maybe the beans were right. Maybe the beans. You know, someone had told her to be skeptical of the beans. Maybe that was right. And you really have a copy of everything. All motioned behind him. And Jack could see the worlds. Ones she was familiar with and ones she was not.
Why don't you look for yourself?
And Jack explored. She explored with a veracity and a passion that she had never experienced before, one that caused her to forget about the world outside. She saw worlds past and their visions of what worlds were to come. And after a time that could have been 5 minutes or 5 lifetimes, a song started to play in the back of her head, and she remembered her 3rd item.
And so over here, we have a handful of eels that fashion themselves in
all turned back to Jack.
Yes, Jack.
I remembered something I want to see. A friend told me about it. It was a harp, a lute. I can't remember what he played, but...
A friend? Oh, you have multiple friends? Who is this friend of yours?
Oh, right. Yeah. His name is, Piper. Jack found herself struggling to find the name that had so easily crossed her lips before. And he had mentioned this, again, harp lute thing that he said could, touch people's hearts directly. I thought it was fake, but, perhaps it's touching this 3rd thing that you were talking about. This, Jack, still unable to name this 3rd kind of life, just motioned around her and said, "This. Perhaps it could have touched this."
Perhaps, although
All for the first time seemed dodgy.
I'm afraid, Jack, I'm not sure such a thing exists.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. Jack, who had started feeling somewhat uncomfortable, got back to her casual self. Piper always made up the silliest things anyway. Sorry, I just heard a song, and that made me think of...
What did you hear?
All's voice grew deep, his cloud of a beard bristling like a storm cloud. And as Jack looked around her, she realized that although the song was louder than ever, she could not see an instrument anywhere. Jack and Piper have finally both made their way up the Beanstalk. I wonder, though, how they will meet. Will Jack reunite with Piper in the physical realm? Or will Piper find his way into the realm of Stratic Life where Jack and All are?